was not going to come out. So how do you feel that it actually is out now?
I honestly thought, you know, based on like moral codes and like coming from where like a street ethic, I honestly didn't think that he would ever do that.
Why though?
Because I wouldn't.
You didn't know
that would be a good question. Why?
Diddy has done.
Because it's just not my job to tell. I'm not a black man that's going to tear another black man down. Let them do that. But also, you know, like if somebody, you know, again, allegedly, it just seems like somebody, you know, violated his baby mother in front of his kid. You know, so yeah, but that's not how we deal with things from where we're from. You know,
did you check him on the back end?
Hey,
did you check him on the back end?
I know y'all girls, but I'm not answering that. But what I'm saying is,
okay.
See the automatic gun.
How much money did he give you for that first deal?
I got $1 million.
Cash, add the taxes.
The only person that pointed out that $1 million was no money was Damon Dash, and he has no money now. I only felt that, because he said, well, that ain't no money. Like, after you get you a watch, a chain, and you look out for the homies, and you do this, then it's nothing.
Dame Dash is back in the news, and this time, it's all about money. He's not hiding from it, though. He's been talking openly about it, even going live online to say he recently filed for bankruptcy. He's got all these plans for how he's gonna fix his finances. But then, yesterday, things got wild. Word started spreading about one of his big business problems. Basically, he owed people money from his company. So, he decided to try and sell the company at an auction. But here's the crazy part, the auction totally flopped. Hardly anyone even showed up. And the one person who did buy it, someone Dame Dash already had beef with. That person bought his entire company for only $100. When the rapper 50 Cent heard about this, of course he had something to say. Those two have been going back and forth, arguing online for years now. 50 Cent made a joke about the situation. At first, it kinda seemed like 50 Cent was just playing around, maybe even helping Dame promote his stuff. But then, more recently, Dame got mad about a documentary 50 Cent made about Diddy, and they started fighting about that. Some people were actually surprised 50 Cent would make that documentary. One person online said that based on a kind of street code, he didn't think 50 would do that. He said he wouldn't do it himself, 'cause he's not the type to tear down another black man. He also said if the rumors about Diddy are true, that's really serious. But he said that's just not how people from where he's from handle their business. Then the chat turned back to money. They remembered a long time ago when Dame Dash said $1 million record deal wasn't really a lot for a new rapper. He explained that after taxes, and buying a nice watch and chain, and looking out for your friends, the money just vanishes super fast. The person talking actually agreed with Dame on that, saying even today, $1 million can disappear quick because you gotta keep reinvesting in yourself. But back to this auction mess. It's clear Dame Dash has been having major legal trouble. He filed for bankruptcy back in September. He owes millions of dollars, from debts, taxes, child support, and lawsuits. Ever since then, he's been making some pretty desperate moves to try and get his money right. He sold his piece of Rockefeller Records and he's tried to sue a bunch of people, doing whatever he can to clear what he owes. But this one move that should have made him some cash completely backfired. A newspaper reported that Dame Dash held an auction for his production company, Poppin LLC. That company owns all his movies, including his most famous one, Honor Up. His plan failed big time. Only one person came to the auction, and they bought everything for $100. The buyer was this guy named Mike Mazer, the CEO of a company called Muddy Water Motion Pictures. After he won, he just shrugged about the whole thing. He said he felt secondhand embarrassment for Dame and even called him a fool. Mazer admitted this was his way of getting back at Dame for old problems. He said Dame made him sit 3 years of court fights instead of just handling their issues like adults. Mazer thinks Dame has a huge ego, is super bitter, and blames everyone else for his problems instead of looking at himself. He wonders why all of Dame's old business partners are doing well, but Dame isn't. Now, let's be real. Dame Dash most definitely has a major ego. He's wrong a lot of the time. Sometimes he's right, but you can totally see how he'd be hard to deal with every single day, especially if you worked for him or did business with him. On the other side, we can't just tear down everything Dame Dash did for the culture. His mindset, his plans, and the goals he pushed for were really needed. Even Jay-Z gave him credit for his part in building Rockefeller during a Hall of Fame speech, even though that video got hard to find later. Dame Dash was the one pushing for respect, telling people they had value and that the music industry needed to understand that. His ideas were correct, but he often said them in a super aggressive way. We also know now he wasn't handling his money the right way. He's had falling outs with tons of artists over the years. But he also introduced the world to amazing talent. The culture wouldn't have a lot of its big moments without Dame Dash. So, people should give him his credit for hustling and being that mogul. Right now, he's going through a really tough time. He's on social media posting and dancing like he doesn't care, so maybe he's just saying, it is what it is, and plans to keep being himself. One thing's for sure, Dame Dash is not going to fold. He's going to keep talking. He does not care. The man is not going to shut up. Sometimes, being tough and bouncing back is key. It's important to have that kind of person in your corner, the person who will go confront the record label or stand up for the brand. You need a CEO like Dame Dash, who would go right into the neighborhood to get back a stolen Rockefeller chain. He'd say, I'm the CEO, but I will still go down there and ask who has our chain. When you see Dame Dash do things like that, you think, yeah, you kinda need somebody like that on your team. Still, everyone agrees Dame Dash goes way overboard sometimes. He talks disrespectfully to people. He crosses the line. He can be totally out of pocket. If you've been on the receiving end of that, it's totally understandable to be upset with him. But the mentality he had when trying to get things done and tell people, you have to treat us with respect. We built this brand. We are the talent, that was important. He was the guy who wanted Kanye West to work with them. He brought us classic movies like Paid in Full. Dame Dash contributed a ton to the game. He just gets to talking sometimes. He gets emotional, aggressive, and super passionate. He's even talked to his own family members in a harsh way. That's part of his personality, and it's a part that makes some people not want to deal with him at all. So, what do you guys think about all of this? I really want to know. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Keep it respectful, but keep it real. No yelling, just talking. If you found this breakdown interesting and you like when we go deeper into stories like this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss anything. Let me know what part stuck out to you the most.